Okay, this will be an interesting one. See what we can do with this. Make it look really nice. If we can, we'll soon find out. Camera shake, my hand just keeps shaking. 300 by 300 for this. Wondering we're going to negative, positive, reverse it. Actually, we can't use the contrast. We're going to use the heat. Not going to lighten that up too much or cool it down too much. We're going here. I wonder how this is going to look. Just going to set this silly shedder up. This silly photocopier. So silly, this bloody things that they... I've got to set the saturation and the sharpness as we normally would. Wondering if that's going to be it. Actually, a background colour would be nice. So background colour to make it red. Going to make it red. Okay, let's see what we have on offer. We have here amino ice blocks. So the only problem is if I use red, what happens if, whatever, we're just going to go with it, just going to flow with it, folks. I'm just going to put it upside down this way. Hopefully we won't get the writing on the page, so we'll just lie that down like that, just move it up a bit. Amino ice blocks. It's an unusual thing. See how we go. I've got a feeling I wasn't flowing with my intuition, so if that's the case, it's probably going to turn out shit. Let's hope not. Let's hope I've done it right. Yeah, that looks really quite nice. I can still see a bit of the writing. Wondering if we're just going to leave it like that because it's only a little bit of writing. Where the centre of this job is going to be. Maybe we can enlarge it more or just leave it like that. These amino ice blocks. Wondering what we're doing here, folks. What we're going to do with this. We got the writing at the bottom there. We move it up. We're going to move it up, and that'll mean the writing will go. We won't have this pesky writing. And maybe the background colour is we don't want it. It's a bit wishy-washy, so we're going to switch it off. So we're just making some little tweaks here, folks, to our image. Because we don't want the writing on the artwork. We want it to look creative, not fucking, yeah. We got it on the edge though. Wondering, I think we moved it over too far because we've got that. We don't want that, I don't think. So we're going to just move it again. We're going to move, I'm trying to remember, move it down a bit. But we don't want the writing to show, which is what we're trying to avoid. Hopefully we haven't moved it up or down too far, so we don't get the ugly writing, but we don't have too much of that edge. So that looks a lot better. So I'm wondering where the centre of this job is going to be. I'm going to make that the centre. So these are amino ice blocks. Amino acids. I'm not sure what an amino acid is. I've heard of it. Amino ice blocks. I'm actually wondering if we can improve on this. I was actually thinking maybe the hue was a little bit cold, and I was thinking maybe warming it a bit. So I'm wondering if I can just go back and maybe take the hue and warm it up a bit. It's a little bit on the cool side, so we're just going to warm it just a little or a fair amount and see how we go. See if the warmth has improved the image. It looks a bit too cold. It'd be nice if I had a little bit more warmth maybe to make this a better image. Yeah, that looks better. You can see the difference, folks. That's the first and this is the second. Wondering which one really looks better. That's a good question. That's a bit of the jury's out, but hang on. That's a good question. I'm wondering where we're just going to go back to the old version. I think the old version's better. So we're just going to switch our. I should remember how the hue was on. The hue was. We're going to leave it at that. We're going to keep it at that. We're going to keep it with the new setting. My intuition's telling me, folks. So I'm just going to get rid of these old ones, and I'm just going to put the new one into play. So we're going to make this one our new settings. So now we're just going to pull this one out. Yeah, that looks really nice, actually. So now we've got our new hue setting pieces. And we're now just going to print off our two mirrored versions of this. So we're going to print off, we're going to just add this to prevent the machine from accidentally cropping the image in mirror image. So out it comes. So let's see how this looks as a image, as a piece of work that I've created into something interesting. Oops, I just nudged that one. Oh, shit. A nuisance when that happens. I nudged it again, folks. I'm nudging this like mad. Try and line this up. There we have it. That looks quite nice. I think now we can call this demo quits.